If you have been told,
just watch Netflix in Italian, you'll become fluent,
and months later you still freeze when you try to speak, I know that feeling. You sit down after work, a glass of wine, press play and tell yourself, at least I'm doing something. And I get why people love it. The idea that watching a video counts as studying feels comforting. But if it really worked on its own, you wouldn't be watching this video. So in this video I'll show you why it works for some people but not for most adults, and how to use things like Netflix and podcasts in a way that actually helps your Italian and save you time and frustration. Let's start with the first big misunderstanding. The idea that having Netflix in Italian on the sofa or a podcast playing while you drive is automatically comprehensible input. Let's call it CI. The idea comes from the work of Stephen Krashen, but somewhere along the way it got simplified, manipulated by internet gurus. And if you do feel stuck, there is a reason, and it's not your laziness, not entirely. Here is something almost nobody mentions. Krashen didn't just talk about listening. He talked a lot about reading for pleasure. Real reading, stories you actually enjoy. Not because it's academic, but because reading slows things down. And when you are tired, busy, distracted, that slowness really matters. To be fair, CI works incredibly well for some learners, often people with ADHD, autistic learners, and people who shut down when things feel rigid. For them, CI feels like freedom, and that's valid. But most adult learners I work with have a different experience. They don't live in Italian, they squeeze learning between work, family, life, they feel pressure when speaking, they hate feeling stupid out loud. And there is one problem CI alone doesn't fix. Let me show you. You probably understand this. Mi piace la pizza. Easy, familiar. Now listen to this. Se avessi saputo che venivi avrei organizzato qualcosa di diverso, ma ormai è andata così, dai. If your Italian is basic, this doesn't feel like Italian. It feels like being excluded from a conversation. Because in this case, those words are not input, they are just rambles. And that feeling you experience while I was talking, that's where a lot of people start doubting themselves. Let me make this very simple. If I say church in Italian, but you have never seen a church, never seen the word written, never connected that sound to a real building, your brain has nothing to attach it to. It's just a sound. So when one day you finally see the word chiesa written, it still feels meaningless. Most likely because your Anglophone brain reads it as a chiesa, whilst CH for Italians is an hard sound, so k, and the natural result is that you missed the train, you missed what I was talking about. I want to be very clear with you here, nothing is wrong with you. Your brain isn't broken, you are not bad at immersion, but it's not your fault, no one helped you connect the dots. Listening again and again without understanding what's going on is tiring. People don't quit because they are lazy, they quit because nothing changes. Comprehensible input works when some words, a good amount of it, are familiar. Some structures are recognizable. When everything is new, your brain just gets overwhelmed. But here is the good news. You don't need to throw comprehensible input away. You just need to stop using it on its own. So what actually works? Not extremes. Not CI only. Not grammar only. What works is mixing tools calmly. Think of it like this. Comprehensible input helps you feel Italian. Grammar helps you understand what you are hearing. Practice helps you remember it. Speaking practice helps you stop freezing. That's not complicated, it's just realistic. CI is a tool, grammar is a tool. You don't build confidence with just one. If comprehensible input alone didn't work for you, you did not fail. You were just trying to build something with half of the tools. And if you want more videos like this, clear, honest, no hype, tell me in the comments. Now, I've said a lot, but if you really want to learn Italian fast, if learning Italian feels heavy or frustrating, watch this video next. And remember, stick to Italian, and Italian will stick to you. Ciao!